Hi there, welcome to tip number 4 in my 10 quick tips to improve your photography. And if you'd like to get a download of all these tips, just visit my website, visualverse.thecreationspeaks.com, visualverse.thecreationspeaks.com, and there you'll find a link to a PDF, which is 10 quick tips to improve your photography, and you can download it there. And today we're going to be talking about tip number 4, which is the final tip on composition. And it's dealing with lines and just one aspect of lines, which we're going to call pathways. And lines are pretty important in our photograph because on a previous video I mentioned about how our brains are created for order by God, because God is a great God of order, and He created our brains for order, and we like order, and so we like to see order in our artwork and in our photographs because it helps us better enjoy them. So with lines can create order or disorder and confusion depending on how they're working in our picture. So in one way lines bring order to our photograph is through pathways. So let's take a look at some photographs with pathways. Here we have a nice little snowy scene and a boardwalk, and you can see how that pathway is working there. As our eye, the viewer's eye, just follows that pathway down through the photograph, and it goes right around off to the right, and your eye just follows that. So that's what pathways do for our eyes, and they could be many different things in a photo. Now with this boardwalk, the boardwalk and the fence, the guardrail on the boardwalk act as pathways, but you can also just have a fence line act as a pathway for your photograph. I'm sure you've seen photos like that. Or roads could act as a pathway in a photograph, a pathway for our eyes to follow. And it could also be a path, right? We could use a path as a pathway, like this path through the trees, which is something I like to do very often in my photographs. And we can use water as well. A nice river, a stream, just our eyes will follow that water to wherever it goes. And usually we want to follow it to a point to where it disappears into the photograph. Because that works well. But here in this photograph of this bridge, we can't even see where it disappears, but it makes for our eyes to kind of just, we want to walk down there. And I know for myself, with my own pictures, I said I take a lot of photographs of pathways, but my favorite photographs of pathways are definitely pathways through the trees. Because when they're done right and the lighting's right, I see a lot of beauty and mystery in those photographs, and wonder and peace. And it's a visual metaphor for my relationship with God. Because in God, I see beauty, I see wonder, I see mystery, I see peace, and I want to walk down His pathway and draw near to Him. So that's it. Tip number 4, pathways. And that's it. We're done with composition 2. And the next, in tip number 5, we're going to start talking about the what and the when of your photograph. So look out for that one. And if you want to get all the tips right away, just visit my website, visualverse.thecreationspeaks.com, visualverse.thecreationspeaks.com, and download my PDF right from there. 10 tips to quickly improve your photography. And also while you're there, check out my book, Drawing Near, Meeting God in His Creation. It's a devotional book filled with photographs of God's creation, Bible verses about nature, and devotional thoughts to help us meet God in secluded places and draw near to Him. Okay? So God bless, and watch out for that next video. And until then, draw near.